What's up everybody, welcome back to my channel. You already know your girl is back. Oh my god, I have not done that intro in like years. Sorry guys, I abandoned you guys, I ghosted you guys like that guy did. I'm just kidding. We don't get ghosted on this side, baby, we ghost. I'm just kidding, bitch. I've gotten ghosted before, I can't even lie. Have I? Wait, yeah, I think I have once. Bruh, I have. Long time no talk. I haven't talked to you guys in so long. I know you guys missed me because what the fuck, who wouldn't miss me? Just kidding, bitch, I sound cocky. And I am, and what about it though? Oh hell no.
It's me, Kiara.
What? Baby, can you leave please? I'm filming a video. Ma. Nothing. No. Daddy, get out please. I want to film.
Yeah.
Grego.
Close it.
I went on Instagram and I just asked you guys to like give me like questions that you guys have about my life recently, like basically like a life update video. I don't know if I'm gonna title with that because who knows what the fuck I'm gonna end up even talking about. Also, I just got a facial on Saturday and today's what, Tuesday? So she told me I could wear makeup on Monday, like starting Monday I could wear makeup, so I'm pretty sure I'm good. And if I'm not, then $200 down the drain. I'm just kidding, she's amazing. She does good ass work on my face, like dead ass. So somebody asked, do you drive now and how has life been? Fun fact, I don't know if I posted that video yet. Oh,
Tell her. What's the kiss?
I'm going to see you guys next week.
You gotta
Hey.
make plans, bro.
So I was telling you guys how I have my license now. I'm a licensed baddie. Actually, funny story, I was supposed to take my test on, I forgot when. I think it was like on a Monday. No, on a Friday. I was supposed to take my test on a Friday in the morning, right? And I was all excited, like I freaking made my schedule to go take my behind the wheel test. Everything was all good. And then we go, I take all my papers, or I thought I took all my papers. Then I get there, they ask for everything, and I gave it to them. And then the lady was like, where's your behind the wheel certificate, training, whatever the heck you call that. And I was like, what? I was like, it's in there. And she's like, yeah, but you need the actual little yellow paper, or the pink slip, I forgot what, something like that. And I was like, oh, like, yeah, I left that at home, like, since it's here, like, I didn't know you needed the other one as well. Because there's something inside my permit that my driver instructor signs and everything when I finish my classes. So I thought that was, I just needed, like, that. I didn't need the entire, like, little certificate shit. Oh, what the entire little certificate shit, you know, I thought it was good. But no, bitch, I was wrong. She needed the other paper as well, and I was so sad. And I was like, oh, like, I left that at home, like, do you think I can go get it? Like, I'll just take like 5 minutes and I'll be back. And she was like, did you not just hear me say that we have like 24 students or 24 people to take the behind the wheel test? Like, no, and this and that. And bitch, I was gonna cry. Sorry, I keep saying bitch, I don't know why that's stuck in my head, but I was gonna cry. And then I was like, can I FaceTime my brother? Like, he's at home, he can show you the paper, like, da 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 da. And she was like, no, like, we need it here. And she's like, yeah, so you're gonna have to reschedule. I was like, what the fuck? After, she was really nice because I think she saw that I was like gonna start crying. So she asked us, she was like, do you want me to reschedule it for you, or do you want to reschedule it on your own time? And then I just told her, I was like, yeah, like, you can schedule it for me. And I was like, perfect, like, I'll take that. And I took it and it went pretty smooth. Like, the lady said that I'm a good driver, and yeah, She passed me and a bitch has her driver's license now, thank God. Okay, so for those of you guys that didn't know, I actually got in an accident in December. So it's been a couple of months now, but it was bad. So for those of you guys who didn't know, I did post how the other time, well not the other time, but a couple months ago, I ran over a guy and everybody thought that I was just lying, that it was just like to be funny. Which shit, I wish it was just to be funny, but no. So let me go ahead and spill the beans on that, because I just know you guys are ready to hear what the fuck happened. It was a rainy day, April 17th, 2005. I'm just kidding. So yeah, basically, little backstory. On December 4th, it was my, what do you call it? My tia's birthday. And we made her like a surprise party or whatever here at my house. It was like a really big party. We got her banda and everything, DJ, like it was a dope ass party, right? So dope that I blacked out. Like it was barely like 9 p.m. I think, and they took me to my room and everything because I was out. Like I was out like a light, for real, for real. Anyways, that has nothing to do with the story, but I'm basically just saying, I don't know why I said that, but just, I wasn't driving under the influence. Before anybody says anything, like, no, a bitch was completely sober. That has nothing to do with it, but I'm just saying, like, what led up to the next day, kind of, in a way. It has nothing to do with it. I just love to talk out of my ass. So don't think nothing, because I really will sock a bitch, for real. Anyways, yeah, so that happened or whatever. Everybody got drunk that day. Like, everybody and their mamas was drunk. And the next day, obviously, if you're Mexican, you guys know that we do recalentados for any little party or any little event after. There's always a recalentado no matter what. If you guys don't know what a recalentado is, it's basically the next day you guys go to the person's house and like eat the food that was left over, or have basically like a mini second party again. And that day people drink more, honestly. Fast forward to the next day, everybody came over to my house again and it was a recalentado. And everybody was just chilling. There was food for the recalentado. Everything was going good. And then I forgot who randomly brought up that they wanted Wingstop. So then we asked, we're like, oh, like, so do you guys want Wingstop? Da 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 da. Anyways, yeah, basically the next day everybody was chilling and then somebody said that they wanted Wingstop. We ordered Wingstop and then they're like, okay, we'll order it, but I don't want to pick it up. So everybody was saying that they weren't going to pick it up because some people were already drinking, some people were just tired from the day before and everything, right? So I was like, okay, like I'll go pick it up. And they're like, yeah, like Angie, go, like whatever. And what's it called, I had just gotten back from Target because I took my little cousin to go buy some pajamas, because the day after was like a spirit week at her school and it was like pajama day and she needed some pajamas. So I took her and we came back safely, right? And I took my other two cousins with me. And that's what I find so crazy, because watch, just listen. So yeah, long story short, everybody was like, no, like I don't want to go. So I ended up being the one that was gonna go pick up the food. But before, I was like, oh, like let me hop in the shower real quick and I'm gonna change or whatever and then I'll go pick it up. Meanwhile, because they had barely called, so meanwhile, like they're preparing the wings or whatever, like I just hop in the shower real quick. So like, okay, bet. And tell me why, like I'm fucking showering and something in my head told me, I was like, bruh, like I kind of don't even want to go. Like I don't know, I got lazy and something in me was just like, bruh, like just send one of them, like what the fuck. But I was like, no, whatever, like I already told them. And I know exactly how my family is. Like if I would have said, oh, like no, I don't want to go, they would have been like, what, like you just said you were gonna go. Like I don't know, I know they weren't gonna force me to go, but I just know how my family is, you know. And I'm not blaming them at all, I'm just saying like what my thoughts were in the moment, obviously, because it's 100% my fault, nobody else's. But yeah, that happened. And then whatever, I got out the shower, I changed or whatnot, and I told my little cousins, I was like, oh, I'm gonna go pick up the Wingstop, do you guys want to come with me? And then one of my little cousins, she's I believe like 10 I think, or 11, I don't know, she was in the bathroom. And then my other cousin that's 14 or 15, she was with me here in my room. And my other nephew, those were the only three that went to Target with me. So I asked them, because they were like the only kids left here. And I asked them, I was like, oh, do you guys want to go? And the only one that wanted to go was my 15-year-old cousin. So I took her with me, right? Whatever, everything is good. Oh no, I scratched that. I totally forgot that. What's it called? It wasn't even that late. It was like, I would say like 7. I don't know, but it wasn't even that late. But it was dark outside because at that time it would get dark really early. So it wasn't that late, but it was really dark out. Basically like fucking nighttime and shit. So yeah, me and her go, and I was gonna take my car, but my car was on E. So I had no gas, although I could have took it. I don't know why I chose not to take it. But I was like, oh, I was like, my car's on E. And then Alondra was like, just take my mom's car, like it's right there, like it's easier, just take hers. So I took my tia's car, and she had a new freaking Honda. It was white. I forgot what type of Honda it is, but it's a really nice Honda. So I took hers instead, right? And I knew how to drive. I think I've driven it like once or twice before. So I was like, oh, whatever, like I got this. So we got in the car. Everything was good. Like I fixed my seat. I turned on the lights. Like I was practicing the brakes and shit because her car is so new that the brakes are hella good compared to like my Honda, because my Honda is pretty old. So I was like, okay, whatever. Like I got this, like it's just a different car, like nothing major. And we drive off or whatever, and tell me why, like a minute, not even a minute, but it was like a couple fucking seconds. We just go down the street, I'm driving, and boom, like I just hear my little cousin say, Angie, oh my god. And I look, and there's like, this is a car, and then there's just a guy like walking towards the car, kind of like I see. And I just like stop, like I just put my foot on the brake and stop. And like the right side of the car, like where she was, like he like threw his body onto the right side, and like the car just threw him, and it was so loud. And keep in mind, I was not even driving fast. Like in that area, I think the fastest you can go is like 20 something, I don't know, but the speed limit there is 25. Some people be going 30, but I wasn't even going 30. I think I was like going 25, I kid you not. Because at night I always get scared to drive. Even before that happened, like I was always scared to drive at night. I'm always scared to drive in general. Like everybody knows that when it comes to being in a car, like I get so much anxiety, and especially now, like that shit is terrible. But anyways, yeah, that happened, and I freaking hit the guy like so bad, and it was crazy. Like I was scared, and it was just like, what the fuck, like did I really just hit him? And I've never been in an accident, nothing like that, like not even with anybody else in the car, or like, you know, never. I've never been none of that, so I do not know how none of that works. So I just got out the car, and I stopped, and I put my emergency lights on, and I got out, and then I went up to the guy, and he was on the ground like straight up, and he was all like he was making noises, and I was like, bruh, like okay, he's alive. But his patas were like all chuecas and shit, like they were all like that, and he was all like laying down, and I was like, bruh, like please tell me that I did not break this man's like legs, or I didn't kill this man. Like I was so scared. You guys don't understand. Like I really thought a bitch was about to, like, I don't know, man, I was so scared. But yeah, it was so scary, and it was terrible. And then I was like okay, like I shouldn't grab him because like you don't know if he's hurt or not. So I was like I'm sorry, like no lo vi. Like I was speaking in Spanish. I was like, I'm so sorry, like I didn't see you. I was like, no lo vi, perdón, perdón. And then there was a party across the street. He was coming from there because he was so drunk, and I guess he didn't feel anything because he was so freaking drunk. Like he was so intoxicated, and that's why he was crossing the street. Like he was jaywalking. It's not that like I was driving and there was a crosswalk. No, it was pitch black outside, and my lights were on and everything, but I really did not see him. I'm always super aware of my surroundings, but I guess like that night, like it just wasn't that way. And it was scary. It was the scariest thing I've ever experienced. And yeah, he just came out of nowhere, and he was going towards the car. Like I think he had no clue what he was doing. But yeah, and then everybody like across the street saw, because there was like a party there. It was like a little salon, and he was coming from there, I think. So yeah, that happened. And then there was kids from my school, bro, that literally saw. And till this day, they always make fun of me. When they see me, they're like, hey, watch out. Like, Angie, hey, watch out. Or I'm like, bruh, how embarrassing. But yeah, that basically happened. And then the first thing that I thought of, I was like, bruh, I killed him. Like, that's what I thought. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I was like, yep, like, he's dead for reals. But thankfully, he's okay. He was fine. He said, he's like, yeah, todo bien, like, era mi culpa, perdón, and this and that. He basically told the cops, like, that it was his fault or whatever. Like, yes, it was your fault, boy. But anyways, yeah, that was super scary. And then the first thing that I did was call Alondra, because I'm telling you guys, everybody was at my house. Alondra, her mom, my uncles, my cousins, like, everybody was here. So I called her and I was like, dude, like, I just hit someone only, and I was crying. And then I was like, the ambulance is coming, because I heard the ambulance. And it was so bad, and she was freaking out. She was like, oh my god, Angie, oh my god. And she was freaking out, like, bro, she was crying. She was like, oh my god, oh my god. And I was like, come please, I'm by here and here. And then I just hear her just tell everybody. And then from there, I didn't even call my mom, bruh. Like, that's how freaking shocked I was. Like, I don't know, the first person I thought of was Alondra. I was like, bruh, like, I need to call Alondra. So yeah, I called Alondra, and then she came. And then before she got here, the police got there, and the ambulance, and dude, everybody was there. Like, so many people were there, because it was across the street from like a little salon where there's always parties and shit. So everybody and their fucking grandmas were there. Like, I was like, what the fuck? Like, how fucking embarrassing. Like, this shit's about to be on the news or something. But yeah, then my entire family ended up showing up as well. Like, bruh, when I say everybody that was at the recalentado was there at the incident. I was like, oh my fucking god, how embarrassing. Even the cops, they were like, what are you guys doing? Like, are you guys with her or something? And then everyone was like, yeah, like, that's family, da 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 da. It was so crazy. Like, it was embarrassing. But gracias a Dios, everything is fine now. Thank God the guy is fine, I'm fine, and my little cousin is fine. She was really scared though. Like, she was crying in my arms. Like, after everything, when the police wrote down like whatever we had to say or whatever, I hugged her and I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, I did not ever expect for this to happen. And she was like, it's okay, and this is not. But she was crying, and then I was crying. And you guys could only imagine how my mom was. My mom was not crying. She was mad. Like, she was mad. Like, she was screaming at me, saying I'm never gonna drive in my life, saying that to not even ask her for the car no more, to forget about going to the gym, all of this. Like, she was like just going off on me. And then my uncles and aunts, they were like, what? Like, you know, it's not her fault. Like, stuff happens. Like, this happens to everybody. Like, eventually everybody gets in an accident or hits a car or hits something. Like, stuff happens. Just be glad that she's okay and that the guy's okay. Don't be mad at her for something that happened like this, you know. And my mom was like, obviously, like, I'm gonna be mad, da 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 da. And I understand her. Like, I totally understand why she was upset. Like, of course, I fucking hit somebody. And then she was mostly mad because I didn't take my car. She's like, what the heck? She's like, look what happened. Like, you could have gotten the car towed, or it would have been worse. And it's not even your car. Like, it's your aunt's car. Like, what the heck? What did I tell you? This and that. She's like, and I told you I don't want you driving at night. She's like, you just came back from Target and you guys came back fine, gracias a Dios, and this shit happens now. And she was just so mad. And I was like, girl, imagine how I feel. I was so upset. Like, I was just so scared. Like, I couldn't believe that shit had happened to me. It felt like a fucking nightmare. But yeah, moral of the story, look, I did not press charges and none of that. Thank God. He told the police that it was all his fault, because it fucking was. Like, bruh, he was drunk in the middle of the freaking night, crossing the street where he shouldn't be crossing. I was going right, I had my lights on, I was going the speed limit. Like, I was fine. And yeah, it might be my fault because I didn't see him, but I wouldn't have expected somebody just coming out the blue in the street like that. You know what I mean? Like, what? I know I'm always supposed to be aware, especially at night, but never in a million years did I expect that, you know. And I braked as soon as I could. I did what I could to save myself and my cousin, and to save him as well, but it was really scary. And yeah, in situations like that, you know, like, oh, it was so scary. Like, you guys don't understand how scary that shit was. Anyways, yeah, that's what happened. And I had court because obviously I was driving unlicensed and with somebody in the car with me that wasn't supposed to be with me, because obviously when you have your permit, you can't drive with anybody in the car that's under 25, I think, and that doesn't have a license. So yeah, so I did end up having court, and I had to pay, because no, it wasn't even a ticket though, it was like a citation. I don't know what the fuck the difference is with that, because I still had to pay. But anyways, that is the story time on that everybody has been dying to hear. Yeah, so that's been that. It's been a little crazy, but everything's better now. I finally got my license. I told the lady, I was like, yeah, like, I have my permit and this and that. If I wouldn't have told the judge that I had my permit and everything, my ticket would have been fat. Like, it would have been hella expensive. I would have had to pay hella money. But I brought it up. I was like, yeah, that I have my permit, and then I'm about to have my driver's test in a couple of weeks. And once I told her that, she was like, oh really? She's all like, let me see your permit then. So I showed her all my papers, and thank fucking God I did, because that helped me out a lot and dropped the price major. Like, I couldn't even believe how much that shit dropped to, just for showing her my permit and telling her that I'm gonna get my driver's license soon. And also shout out to the guy for not pressing charges on me, because honestly, if he wanted to, he could have, and that shit would have been bad, because what the fuck, I'm underage, driving without a license, and that shit is not okay. Somebody asked, do you plan to move out? I feel like I get this question asked so much, and I feel like back then when I was like a freshman, bruh, my freaking, what do you call it? Fuck, how do you say that shit? My goal was to always like move out when I was 18, right? Like, I don't know why my dumbass thought that was gonna be so easy to move out when I'm 18 and get my house and shit. I mean, it's possible, but like, what the fuck? I'm not even like, let's say, a full-time YouTuber anymore. Like, I don't do social media like that anymore, which I could, but I'm just, I don't know. Life is really tough right now. Like, I fell into such a deep dark hole these past couple of months. Like, this year has been so freaking shitty and so good to me. It's crazy. But I'm just hoping that everything gets better for myself, because what matters the most right now is my health and my mental health as well. Like, oh, I swear, if I could talk about everything that has been going on these past month with you guys, I would, but I really can't. Like, that's why I'm so drained and like unmotivated. And I noticed that, literally my mom noticed that, everybody in my family noticed like how much I fell off from doing social media. And it sucks, because bruh, I would love filming, I would love doing all of this, but I don't know, I just stopped. Like, my love for social media is still here, my love for YouTube is still here, but it just doesn't feel the same anymore, and it sucks. Anyway, sorry, I was fucking rambling about something that wasn't even asked. But what? I do plan on moving out, but I honestly don't have like a set age on when I'm like, oh, like, I'm gonna move out, I'm gonna get my house, or da 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 da. Like, I really don't know as of right now. I have no plans of moving out, just because if I do end up getting a house, I honestly want to get a house with my mom first. Like, I want to get her a house and move in with her, obviously, just because like that's my mom, and I feel like, what the fuck, like, I want to do everything that I could in order for her to be set, and in order for her to be okay financially and all of that. Bruh, I did not blend the bottom. Anyways, yeah, so I really don't actually know when the fuck that will be, honestly. Okay, next question was, over the summer, would you do daily uploads or would you keep it the same as of now? So actually for the summer, I kind of want to start posting a lot. Like I want to actually get on my shit and post. But the thing is, I think I'm going to start working soon. I hope so. I'm saying that, but none of the jobs have called me back. Anyways, I've applied like at 3 places and nobody has fucking texted me back or like emailed me or called me. Like, what the fuck, do you guys not want me to work with y'all? Like, what the? No, but for reals, I'm hoping that I actually could post more during the summer, obviously, because right now I don't really be posting because of school. And I'm not even gonna blame school because over the fucking spring break I didn't even post, and I had no school. But I really hope I actually could post more because I love posting and I just love seeing the engagement, and I love how happy you guys get when you guys see my videos. What motivated you to push it through and actually go to the gym? Because man, give me them tips. I get this question so much. I feel like a lot of people always, like most of my DMs are always about the gym, always about my routine, how I started the gym, like how I got the courage to go and this and that. And if I'm being completely honest, I was just super insecure about my body and I just wanted to do something about it, because if you don't do something about it, nobody else will. Nothing's gonna change if you don't do the work. Like, how the fuck do you expect to make money but you're not doing shit, you know? So keep that mentality when it comes to your body, baby. Like, think, what the fuck, like how the fuck am I gonna get an ass if I'm just sitting on my ass? Like, that's not how it works. Even to get a BBL, you still can't sit on your ass. So best believe you're gonna have to do something about it. But yeah, I was really tired of being insecure about my body, and I was like, dude, do something about it. Like, bitch, stop complaining and get the fuck up, you know? So yeah, basically I just ended up going to the gym. And even then, before, I would always go, but I was so inconsistent. Like in middle school, I would go and I would just run, and like, I don't know, I never knew what I was doing. I would never lift weights, I would never do none of that. I would literally just go run or use the Stairmaster. I started taking it serious, I believe, in the summer of my sophomore year. So it's about to be a year that I've been going to the gym, but not consistently. Like, I started off really inconsistent, not knowing what I was doing, until I ended up going one day with one of my friends and the rest of his friends. And then yeah, from there I started lifting, I started squatting, I started hitting every muscle group that I'm supposed to be hitting. And from there I kind of got an idea, but then they all eventually ended up leaving to college. So I was like, fuck, what am I gonna do? Like, I have nobody to work out with, you know what I mean? So I had to build the courage to go alone. And also, that was a time where I was going through like the worst freaking breakup of my entire life. So that also motivated me to get up and do something, and to not just be sitting at home being sad and shit. And I just wanted to work on myself, obviously. So yeah, that was a big ass boost for me, not gonna lie. And I just told myself, like, bitch, nobody cares about you in the gym. And at first, that's what I would think. I was like, bro, like, people are gonna judge me, like, people are gonna think that I'm dumb and this and that. So when I first began to go to the gym, I would work out in this like little room where they do Zumba, but I would work obviously in there during the hours that there was no classes or none of that. And I was just there, and I just started off by literally squatting every day. Like, you guys think that I'm a fucking gym rat and a pro at the gym. No, like, I still have so much learning to do. But I would go from literally always squatting like 100 times every day, just squatting, like, by myself, just squatting. That's literally it. Like, I went from that to finally knowing a little bit about working out or whatnot. And even then, like, I am not fully like there yet at all. I'm nowhere near where I want to be, but seeing my progress and just learning little by little things at the gym is so crazy. So yeah, I went from there. I went from working out in the little room or whatnot to finally working out in the pink room. I call it the girls room because I feel like most girls go in there, but there's actually some guys that do work out in there. But yeah, the fucking pink room, because it's pink. Then I ended up moving to there, and I started looking at workouts, and I stopped hitting legs every day, and I actually started doing like upper body, and then I started doing more cardio. And I don't know, it was just little by little I started learning new things on my own. And I've always worked out by myself now. Like, I don't really work out with other people. Here and then I'll work out with one of my girlfriends, but other than that, like, I don't work out with guys or none of that, just because I hate when people take long. Like, I hate waiting. I don't know how back then I would work out with a big ass group of friends, because bitch, now that shit irritates me. Like, I need to be in my zone and I just can't work out with other people. It just really depends on the person, honestly, and it just depends on what the fuck they want to do. Because if somebody just wants to work out and talk the entire time, like, I'm gonna get mad annoyed. I'm gonna be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, work out, baby. We're not here to talk. We can do that another day. So yeah, that ended up being, I guess, how I built the courage to go to the gym and stop sitting on my ass. And yeah, even then, there's still days where I do not want to go to the gym. Like, I fucking hate the gym sometimes. Like, the gym makes me so mad. Like, one, because there's never parking at certain times. It's always so packed. All of a sudden my gym has so many people, and props to you guys, like, for wanting to work out. Like, period, do your thing. But fuck, like, they need to make this gym bigger or something, because bruh, the amount of people that go there now is crazy. I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, how is that even possible? How can all you guys fucking fit in here? Literally. Next question was, why haven't you been posting as much? Oh my god, I'm just like in a silly goofy mood, a little depressed. I'm just kidding. I've just been honestly dealing with so many things, so many personal things. And no, it's not relationship problems, because I feel like everybody always thinks that when I'm going through something, it's fucking relationship problems. Like, yeah, I get it. It looks like my relationship is terrible because of what the fuck I post, but I promise it's not. A girl single and happy. Feel me or feel me? I'm just kidding. I feel like people are always so confused on if I have a boyfriend or not. There's days where I'm talking my shit about guys, and then there's days where I will literally post a guy, and then there's days where just people don't know. And that's that. No, but on a serious note, no relationship problems or none of that. I've just been dealing with so many personal things. Like, you guys don't understand. And it's crazy because I'm always the type to, like, okay, when something bad happens to me, or like something in my life goes wrong, I always tell myself it's gonna get better. Like, it happened for a reason, and I shouldn't be upset over something that will be okay, you know, something that eventually will get better. But the past, like, the recent things that have been going on, like, it kind of makes you think, will I even be okay? Like, am I okay? Like, it's just a lot of personal things that are really scary. But I've been getting really closer to God lately. Like, I don't want you guys to think I'm dumb or nothing like that and be like, bitch, but you cuss or you do this or that, da, da, da. Like, I could still do whatever the fuck I want and still talk to God and still be close to God. So I do not want none of you motherfuckers telling me shit, right? I'm really hoping my camera does not start flashing, because I'll fucking cry. Do you feel like YouTube is coming to an end? I'm gonna cry. No, I really, no. Like, I feel like, yeah, there's days where I think, what the fuck, like, YouTube is not for me. Because the thing about me is I see other people and I'm like, what the fuck, how come I don't have the motivation that they have? Like, I compare myself to people a lot, but that's something that I've been telling myself, like, bitch, stop doing that, because you're just gonna make things worse for yourself, you know? How has having braces been? Honestly, I fucking hate having braces. Like, I just have been thinking about it recently, because yesterday I got my freaking brackets removed and put on again, like, differently though. They're placed differently, and I got my entire set of braces on again because I had to get a freaking root canal, so they had to take everything out. And it's just so much. Like, dealing with braces is so much, but I know that it'll be worth it in the end, and I'm gonna have straight teeth, pretty teeth. But baby, oh my god, it's so hard to keep up with them. Like, it's so freaking annoying. I got cavities because I would never get cavities. Like, when I was little, yeah, because I would fucking always eat candy and never brush my teeth. Like, I'm gonna close my window because it got dark already, and I feel like somebody's fucking staring at me. One of my friends literally just sent me this as I'm filming. Queen, Queen shit only. Are you enjoying your junior year? Not gonna lie, my junior year is so freaking shitty. Like, I feel like it's not even me though. Like, I feel like it's our school, because bruh, our school has no spirit. Everybody there sucks. Like, oh my god. Our leadership, like, I see other schools, how many things they have going on and how excited people are for certain events. And then our school is just here hella boring. Like, bruh, no one even tries no more. No one cares. There's just no spirit at this point, and it sucks. For anybody that goes to my school, please show this to the principal, to the leadership people, to the office, or if you're in leadership, do something about it, bruh, because our school's terrible. No, but in all seriousness, yeah, school's just not it. Like, I don't wake up like looking forward for it. I really don't. Like, I'm over it, and it sucks because I used to be so full of life and so full of school. Like, I would love school, you know. I would be like, hey, turn up. I would wake up hella early to get ready. And now, hell no. Like, I'm over that. How do you forgive your partner when they cheat? I've tried. You came to the right person, girl. I'm just kidding. It's so crazy because before, like, I got cheated on and all of that, I always thought to myself, like, if a man ever embarrasses me like that, like, I could never go back or da 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 da. And keep in mind, like, I've gotten cheated on before, but it was like in middle school, you know. So yeah, like, it is obviously considered still cheating, but like, I'm growing up, so I kind of left that in the past. I was kind of over it, and I was like, kind of like, you know, whatever. So when like this recently happened or whatnot, I kind of felt dumb because I was like, I used to say like girls that still stay with their cheating ass boyfriends are dumb, or girls that cut off the girl instead of the guy are dumb, or da 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 da, you know. I always said that. I was like, that's dumb, like, who would do that? And so that shit happened to me, and I was in the same position as those girls. Like, you get mad at the girl more than you get mad at your significant other. And I know some people are like, I will never understand that, like, da 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 da, how do you guys blame the girl and this and that or whatnot? And honestly, everybody's situation is different. Like, I fully agree that it's both of their faults. Like, it's both the guy and the girl's fault. But for my particular what do you call it? For my particular, what do you call it? In my situation, I was angry at both of them, of course, you know, like, angry. And for anybody that's gonna be like, why are you still talking about this if it's in your past, or if you're still gonna be with him, or da 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 da, I could talk about whatever the fuck I want, literally. So yeah, I was hurt because my situation was different from what I've heard about others, you know. Like, for other people, it's like with a random girl, this and that. But in my case, like, this shit was with one of my friends, one of my girlfriends. So it hit different, you know. The anger hit different, like, different. Anyways, obviously my anger shouldn't have just been for the girl, and it wasn't. Like, bro, you guys think that I just forgave him right away and like never broke up with him. Like, no, we broke up for a couple of months, and I was a bitch. Like, I hated him with everything in me. No, I wouldn't say hate, because look at me. I saw a comment on my TikTok last time, and there was someone asking, they're like, how could he stay mad at the girl but not the guy? Like, you forgave him, so forgive her. And someone was like, because with the guy, you expect a guy to cheat. Once they do it before, you expect it already, you know. That's how fucking guys are. It's a relationship, either or. The girl cheats. Yes, some people are fucking loyal, so be it. My situation is not like that, baby. Sorry about it. But so yeah, that's the case. So for me, it's like, what the fuck? I expect that shit from him, you know what I mean? But from your own girlfriend, you never in a million years do you expect one of your own homegirls to fuck with your man. You don't expect that. Like, that's just not something that comes up in your head, you know what I mean? No one expects that shit from their homegirl. One of these days I'm gonna do a story time about this when the time is right. Just right now I shouldn't, because I shouldn't be getting myself into anything that I shouldn't be getting myself into. Just because, like, it's in the past, I get it, but bitch, content, duh, like, what? Anyways, I don't know. Like, I don't know what I was going with my story, but the anger just hit different for me because I wouldn't have expected that from somebody so close to me. And it's the fact that this bitch tried to say, she was like, we weren't even friends no more, this is not. Bruh, I swear, I was like, oh my god, bitch. You know what I find so funny? You know how us girls are like hella chismosas, and we'll find anybody on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter real quick, like when we see a cute guy. I never thought that guys were like that, but recently, I don't know what it is. I don't know if a bitch has been getting cuter or it's just because my ass has been getting fat. But every guy that I see out in public, or let's say the gym or anything in general, they'll add me like on freaking Instagram. Like they'll find my Instagram real quick. And I always find it crazy. I'm like, how do they know who I am? But bitch, I forget that I literally have thousands of fucking followers. And when I ask them, I'm like, how did he find me? They're like, bruh, you're Angie. Like, everybody knows you. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I don't feel that way. If anything, I'm like, y'all shouldn't know me. Like, y'all scary. I don't know if that sounded cocky. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm trying to say. But, like, for them, it's like, whatevs. And for me, I'm like, bitch, what the fuck? The day that I'm going to stay home because I don't have nothing to do and it's late on a school night, my lashes come out good. Like, really, out of all the days, today had to be the day. Should I cry now or later? My battery's dying. I think that's a sign that I should cut this video short. I'll most likely be making a part 2, getting ready again, because I just like love sitting down and talking my shit. But that'll be the end of today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm super sorry for being so inconsistent, but I really hope you guys do understand that I'm just really not 100% there yet right now. But I'm really hoping that I could get back and posting, because I do love doing social media. I love posting for you guys. I love seeing your guys' comments. I kid you guys not, when you guys comment on my old videos, like I still see every single comment, although I may not reply. I do read every of your guys' messages, comments, any little thing that you guys at me, and any of that. I feel so appreciative, and I feel so loved by you guys. Thank you guys. But yeah, that'll be the end of today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Bye, Felicia.